G'day viewers, how you doing? How's things been? How's the horrors of the modern world and the plague we're living through treating you? It's not good for some people, is it? Much better here now than it was. Much worse in other places. Not good. But hey, yes, pre-recorded video. Rebirth of WAINGAFAT Wednesday. If you haven't been keeping up with the live streams, this is my COVID hairstyle and colour, as in the natural grey or silver fox if you're feeling generous. I haven't had a haircut in months. This is the longest my hair's been in ages. This is the most significant hairstyle change in literally decades for me, so there you go. Things are a-changing. But some things don't. There are horrible people in this world that I just don't give a fuck about. And I wanted to bring back WAINGAFAT Wednesday to tell you who am I not giving a fuck about today is one Pete Evans. Well known in Australia, probably not so much elsewhere in the world, although Oprah did say once he made the best pizza in the world. Celebrity chef, right? He was very successful for a number of years. Success changed him a bit. He started going a bit weird. He started getting into the paleo thing and saying like, yes, the diet, which, by the way, he has no way of knowing what the diet of Paleolithic humans was, but he goes, the diet of the Paleolithic people was much healthier than ours, despite, their life expectancy being, 30 or something. So he's moved from being a celebrity chef to pushing just stupid fad stuff. Activated almonds, the paleo diet, like, stupid bullshit, but you could argue is largely harmless. Then it came to the stage he thought he'd expand the paleo stuff to kiddies, to babies. He wanted to publish a paleo recipe book for babies. And it's like a lot of recipe books was checked by doctors before going to print. And there was a recipe where he said, mothers should not breastfeed babies, which should be your first big fucking warning. This is not a person to be listened to. But then he said, you should do this bone broth recipe. And with the stuff that he had in it, a doctor did some analysis and went, this will straight up kill babies. If you publish this book and people follow these recipes, there is a very real chance you will be directly responsible for killing babies. So the book was never published, although the contents were available online. So again, he's gone from pushing wacky stuff. He's gone from being mainstream TV to pushing wacky stuff for which there is no evidence, and then pushing it to the extent that it's actually dangerous. And then the ratings for his TV show goes down. He gets dumped. They say it's all hunky-dory. But for the last year or so, he's been increasingly detached from reality, going deeply into conspiratorial thinking. He got full on into being a MAGA Donald Trump supporter and into QAnon, which, should tell you all you need to know about his grip on reality. He was very much into saying that he didn't believe the coronavirus was real. It's not an epidemic. It's not that dangerous. So, he graduates from saying shit that has no evidence to support it, paleo diet, through to saying stuff which all evidence absolutely contradicts. So, he's sort of dropping off the deep end, but it reached its low point for him in this last week when he's posted a cartoon online. The original version of it is a caterpillar talking to a butterfly, and the caterpillar says, "You've changed, man," and the butterfly says, "We're supposed to." But in true modern memeing style, it's been changed so the caterpillar's wearing a MAGA hat, and the butterfly has a Nazi symbol on it, colloquially known as the Black Sun. It's the sort of occulty side of Nazism. It's when people are pro-Nazi, want to be mildly more subtle than a swastika, they use the Black Sun. And in case you thought Evans didn't know what he was doing, because someone did comment thinking maybe he doesn't realise, and he goes, "You realise that was the Black Sun, right?" And he goes, "Ha, I was waiting for someone to notice that." In other words, emphasizing, like, yes, I am actively advocating Nazi ideology. Now, this is where you go, this guy is not very good with reality, because even if that's what he believes, and there are other examples from his social media, like when someone said something about Nazis being bad, he said, I think you should look up the true history of the country of Germany. You've been hoodwinked. So he very clearly is a Nazi sympathizer, and he's just done it incredibly overtly, apparently not understanding that's what we could colloquially call a career ender, actually advocating for Nazism. And he apparently didn't realise that. And he got dropped by everyone. His last few contacts, his book publisher and whatnot, bookshops are taking his books off the shelves and returning them. Like, why the fuck should we promote and give money to someone who is actively advocating Nazi ideology? And to which Evans, in an incredibly obvious lie, said, I didn't know what it was. Am I supposed to know every symbol in the world? When it was utterly clear that he knew exactly what he was doing, and in fact thought he was being clever in doing it. He thought that was subtle. It's not a swastika. I'm just putting a thought in people's minds. And now he's shocked that he's lost everything, and he's trying to just spout the most obvious lie that he didn't realize that was a Nazi symbol. Oh, I wouldn't promote hatred. It's like, fuck you, you lying sack of shit. I feel mildly concerned because he is clearly, obviously, almost completely detached from reality. And if he's just saying his dumb hippie shit, it's like annoying and occasionally offensive, but when he's actively promoting Nazi ideology, that's not the sort of thing you let someone get away with, actually. And I'm just waiting for him to become the martyr for these right-wing fuckheads who go, you can't everyone you don't agree with the Nazi. No, I made an effort to try and limit it to people who push actual Nazi ideology, actual Nazi symbology. And to say that that isn't what he's doing means you're either really fucking stupid or you're complicit. You're part of the same ideological argument. So either way, if you're really stupid or you're also on board with pushing Nazi ideology, go fuck yourself. Just really go fuck yourself. I think Evans's last hope, and this might actually work for him, what his last hope is he could go to America and literally become a martyr for those lunatic ultra-right wingers who go, yeah, all he did was ask people to think, and then you've gone and done cancel culture. Cancel culture doesn't exist, but it really isn't when someone actively advocates with Nazi symbology of where they think people should be going with their lives, okay? It's not cancel culture to say that's unacceptable. It is basic human decency to say, no, if you're going to push Nazi ideology, you're fucking off. You're fucking right off, and you can keep fucking off. And when you've found that you've reached the town of Fuck Offville, where everyone else has been told to fuck off to, that's not far enough. You need to keep fucking off, you fucking piece of shit. Pete Evans is a charlatan. He's a liar. I mean, for God's sake, he was selling a device earlier this year for $15,000 that he was saying would protect you from COVID with its magic light. He was fined over $25,000 for that obvious fucking lie. So he's a liar, he's a charlatan, he's a grifter, and he's a fucking Nazi by his own admission. And if you want to defend him, you're like him, you're garbage, you're all worthless, and I don't give a fuck about you.